ready for another action-packed night here at Ohsweken Speedway. Friday Night Thunder. Feel the excitement tonight. The CorrPAK merchandising sprint cars take on the Patriot Sprint Tour. That's right, we're going to have over 30 cars here in the pit area for one of the biggest nights of the year. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this head-to-head battle versus the CorrPAK Sprints and the Patriot Sprint Tour.
Outside the 10J of Jeremy Hughes out of Burlington, Ontario. And in row number 3, Lee Ladouceur chasing the PST Canadian Tour, the Kenyon Auto Center 51. Stan Zankin out of Fort Erie in the number 94. Row number 4 to the inside, the current PST America points leader Jared Zimbardi out of Bradford, Pennsylvania. And Jamie Turner in the 11th. The key stats, 8 laps, the top 5. No matter what their passing points are, top 5 transfer into the feature.
Green flag out, and we are on it as dmstyres thunders down into corner number 1, rips to the outside of Derek Jonathan, and he'll grab the lead down the back chute.
Styres into 1, up on the outside here, working it through the middle. Jonathan trying to chase him down in the 81, and now Steele underneath him for second. Styres back through the middle of 1 and 2 with the advantage here. Steeler still running the bottom. Jonathan fading back a little bit. Zimbardi to 4th with Hughes, trying to hold off Turner for 5th.
Styres across the stripe for complete lap number 3. 5 more to go here in this first qualifying heat for the Patriot Sprint Tour versus the CorrPAK merchandising sprint cars. Sitting in second, the 80 of Chris Steele, hot off that win on Sunday night.
Steele running the bottom to perfection here with Styres up around the top. And out of 2, they take it back, and Styres with that new motor not looking troublesome whatsoever.
And how about Zimbardi looking for his spot into the redraw? He started 7th. The passing points will get him up to 3rd. And now the top 3 look to be redraw eligible as it sits right now. That's never a guarantee, but Zimbardi doing all he can. Well, right now, Turner hangs on to the final transfer position, battle on the outside of that.
2 to go for the Ohsweken Flyer. Dmstyres, he was the winner last Friday night right here at the Big O. Chris Steele sitting in second. The Juice running right now third. Derek Jonathan fourth. And then it's Jamie Turner into the top 5.
Now with the white flag out here, Greg, Styres looks good, but he cannot afford to fall back into second and still make the redraw. Win would probably get him in here. As they work through 3 and 4, Hughes is a little slow in front of Styres, who goes up high, Steele down to the bottom, but Styres will pick up the win.
Styres gets the win over Steele. Third will be Zimbardi. Fourth will be Derek Jonathan. Fifth coming home will be Jamie Turner. And then the 51 of Lee Ladisseur, the 94 stands
in the 01, and Connor Mahoney out of Waterdown in the 5C. So again, the key numbers to keep your eyes on: the top 8 driver, or the 8 laps, and the top 5 drivers making it into the show.
They fire it back down into corner number 1. Todd Hoddick grabs the lead. Connor Mahoney late to the track, and now it looks like he will take a pit side in the 5C.
Guys, we called it. Mahoney was not supposed to be on the track. I believe that. No, he was supposed to, so I don't know what the total issue there. We'll get it sorted out, but Hoddick has your lead. Adam Zek in second, and a good battle third, fourth, and fifth. Slider has it, but there he is back. The 9NZ of Daniels to the inside, and the Red Rocket upstairs.
Yeah, Jim Hoopinen trying to find a way between these 2 cars, the 9NZ and the 71S. Havard Daniels has the advantage. He takes third, but here comes Hoopinen to the inside of Slider.
Boy, Drake, that's a good battle. And real sideways off the corner is the 14H. And here comes Corey Turner. Remember, the top 5 make it into the show automatically. So that is the battle being contested that Turner is looking over right now.
And he's hot off his best career finish Sunday night down at Humberstone. A 5th, which really was a 3rd, if not for an infraction. The 19 car just looking to get his way into the A-main.
He's doing a great job this season, no question about that. Todd Hoddick, by the way, had a heat win last week, had a heat win the last time he ran with the Patriots at Mercer, and right now is on cruise control up on the top of the speedway.
Todd Hoddick's looking as good as I've ever seen in a sprint car this year, and he is definitely going to be a threat tonight when A-main comes around.
That first win is certainly going to happen this year. I have a great feeling about that, and as you said, tonight certainly could be the night. How about this battle for third, though? Daniel started in 5th, Hoopinen started back there in 3rd, and he's gotten back to that spot.
Meanwhile, Corey Turner, Sean Slider going at it. 2 rookies down the back chute. Turner to the inside. And give a shout out to Kyle Frazier. He's sticking right there. If one of these 2 drivers bobble, he's right there.
Final trip around. It's all Todd Hoddick picking up the win. Adam Zek, EMB Energy, number 87. Winner of this event last year, Race It, Jason Barney. To the outside. Boy, did she put on a show at the Erie Speedway with the Patriot. Out of Tiffin, Ohio, the Mike Woodring Racing, number 19 of Paige Poliak. Row 3 to the bottom, the 5 of Keith Dempster out of Alton, and Dale Gosselin out of Beauport, Quebec. Good to see him back in a car after a hard flip last year in the number 3. JZ Jessica Zemkin in the 77 Hills Racing entry, and the number 6 machine of Curtis Gartley makes his first career Patriot start. 8 cars, 8 laps, top 5 are into the dance. A lot of drivers with feature wins either this season or of the last few years. They fire in the box out of turn number 4, and we are underway.
And again, the field heads down into corner 1. The hot shoe this month here in Ontario has been Mitch Brown. He sits there in second, but here comes Jason Barney, last year's winner, down to the inside, challenging for second.
Remember, Barney started way in the back in last year's feature. By that move right there, he'll probably start in the top 8, but can he hang on to it? Boy, a great 3-wide battle. Jessica Zemkin's into a qualifying spot. Brown and Barney, though, they are duking it out, black and blue through 3 and 4.
Mitch Brown on the inside line, can't get by Jason Barney. He'll settle into the second spot. Meanwhile, at the front, it's the Tilbury Tornado, Kyle Patrick leading the way.
And problems for Keith Dempster. He is slow and off the pace, and will be headed pit side. Barney has to win this heat race to make the redraw. Third to second is not good enough. He goes to the bottom of the 33K. Patrick will roar around the outside. A pair of drivers with former night before the Nationals main wins.
Barney to the inside. Patrick up high. Cross flags are out from Dale Gentlemen. Oh, they almost got together.
Mutual respect and contact. Patrick roars back around the outside. But again, whoever wins this heat will make the redraw. Whoever finishes second between those two will not.
Patrick really high off a corner for that time, and it opens the door for Jason Barney to grab the lead, but the Tilbury Tornado keeps it wound up on that outside line, not letting Barney get away.
Like Todd Hoddick last week, Patrick got his only qualifying heat race win of the year 7 days ago, but he's got some work to do with 2 to go.
Here comes Patrick again on the outside with Barney also good on the bottom groove. Now Patrick settles back into second. Mitch Brown third, and then a pair of female drivers, fourth and fifth, Poliak and Zemke.
The only 2 females to ever win a Patriot Sprint Tour event. Final trip around, and again, a lot at stake here. Patrick has to win to make the redraw. Mitch Brown probably would need to move up another spot as well. Off of turn number 4, Barney will score the win. He's in the redraw. The rest of these drivers will not be in the redraw, but they're in the show. That's Patrick Brown, Poliak, and Zemke. Back 3R on Thetford is Shane Ross and the 21J of John Burbridge Jr. tonight. Rounded out by the 11J of Chris Jones going after the Canadian Championship out of what? Picton to Morrisville. What are we going to call him out of? Out of turn number 4. That's where he's out of. We're green.
Green flags, they rumble it down into corner number 1. Dykstra on the outside, Collins on the bottom, and Lane Bergeron into third. Here comes Shane Ross into fourth.
Shane Ross looks down the inside. How about on the outside? Dave Dykstra going after Collins. A pair of drivers that love to hammer down. Collins has been on a tear when it comes to winning qualifying heats. He's got the advantage for now, but the momentum is built up on the top side for Dykstra.
Collins washes up the bank, and that time moves up a lane in front of Dave Dykstra. Dykstra stays pinned to the outside groove. He'll get some good momentum off of corner 1 and through 2, but here comes Elaine Bergeron catching the leader.
And that's the critical point. Bergeron's the one that could really mess up this deal down on the inside rail. He's got a nice set down, nice bite down on the inside rail, and he might have Dykstra off a 2.
And they go wheel to wheel down the back chute. Bergeron to the inside. He's got feature wins here on the path. Going down to the cross flags. 4 in, 4 to go for the doctor, Steve Collins.
Just a note, I think we're missing the 7M of Justin Martin with an issue and off. So down to 6 cars going for 5 qualifying spots. And Bergeron, again, you win your heat, you're going to put yourself into the redraw. He knows that for sure. Everything else is a guessing game. And he does not want to leave it to chance down the backstretch.
Collins on the high side, Bergeron on the bottom. Who's going to have the advantage as they come down this time? It's 6 laps complete and 2 to go.
Collins knows who is there. Potential slide job off the corner. Oh, didn't even need it. Bergeron drives to the inside. He takes the lead away.
Dale Shenneman throws out the white flag. One more trip around for St. Pete, Quebec's Elaine Bergeron. But here comes the doctor. Steve Collins right there in his tire tracks. Steve Dykstra running in third.
Dykstra with a last-ditch effort. Neither Collins or Dykstra can afford to finish second and make the redraw. Bergeron, though, will be on the front stretch for his redraw. He scores the win. Collins, Dykstra. 3R of Shane Ross and Dempster from Alton. Jeremy Hughes also makes the call.
Three former champions in this B-main. When you throw in Lee Ladisseur, Justin Martin, and Keith Dempster, they're all former Southern Ontario Sprints champions. Only 2 spots available for the A-main. Who's going to make it in?
We'll explain provisionals if we need them off that point. 10 laps, top 2, that's all we're looking at for green. And you know Keith Dempster is going to be one in the back to keep an eye on. But out in front, a nice little side job by Kyle Frazier. Justin Martin is up to the task.
Yeah, he slips by Curtis Gartley now to the outside of Kyle Frazier looking for that third spot. But Gartley goes sideways. That causes Sean Slider to spin, and that will bring out the yellow flag.
And I know there are a lot of them. 9 of the cars out there right now are going to be headed home without the help of the provision. Single file on all restarts for the Patriots. Once we have 1 lap in the books, they'll pass it to the orange cone front stretch, but they still spire in our 60-foot box in turn number 4.
Green flag back on the field here in this B-main. The general Lee Ladisseur leads him down into corner number 1. Goslin in second. Here comes Justin Martin and Kyle Frazier, third and fourth.
I think Martin's going to be the one to watch. It'll be interesting to see if Dempster can get up there, but Martin may be too strong to move up a few spots. Meanwhile, Frazier jumping at the bit on the 3 of Goslin. and goes up the racetrack. Martin slides back down to the inside. He's one position away from getting into the big show.
Yeah, Kyle Fraser's car looks very, very free off the corners. He's having a hard time gathering that car up. That time, though, Justin Martin bobbled a little.
Connor Mahoney goes around. He'll stall it, and we are under yellow. Mahoney came around and said, you know what? With the Patriots, you get one more race pretty high. And single file the format for all restarts with the Patriots. Just a note, we'll get it into the feature later on tonight. All the drivers, or all the lap cars will be shuffled out on our restarts later on tonight, which will be a new change to this tour this season.
Green flag back in the air for the General Lee Lattiser as he fires it down into corner number 1. 3 laps into this. Here comes Justin Martin again. He'll clear Kyle Fraser. Look to the inside of Goslin.
And you know Martin's going to be tuned up. He's had a nice start here to the 2014 season. Looks to the bottom, but Dale Goslin fighting him off. He did not look great in the heat race. Driver that had a hard flip at Rockville last year and had some spinal issues. Back racing action tonight and has pulled away a little bit from Martin as Mahoney calls it quits, at least for this B-main.
Cross flags are out halfway through this one. 5 in, 5 to go in the last chance dance, the B-main. Dale Goslin hanging there, looking very strong in the second spot.
Yeah, really able to check out from Martin, Fraser, Slider, and the 94 of Zankin. And Lee Lattiser, we've seen him win a B-main in a Canadian Sprint Car Nationals, so you'd think he'd be able to do this here on the first challenge race of the season.
Time by, 7 laps complete, 3 to go for Lee Lattiser, who took time last year to step away from the sprint cars and drive the LaSalle Motorsports M96 down to the Brockville Speedway, but back to the sprint car this year.
And he is chasing after that PST Canada Championship like Goslin. So both of them really working on getting to this show. And you know what? A huge margin being chopped down by Justin Martin after Dale Goslin. I think Goslin missed his mark the last time around.
White flag this time by for the Alexandria native in car 51. Lee Lattiser, one more trip around. Goslin in second. Can Justin Martin slide in here?
Boy, it's going to be tough, especially the way Goslin drove off in turn number 2. Lee Lattiser works in turn number 3 and 4 without issue. And you'll see him in the feature event. He picks up the win. Goslin second and headed home. At least the wide start would be quite interesting, but the pace truck gets in and they will clean him out in a 2-wide formation. Well, a lot of questions, guys, as to what this start may look like. A lot of drivers appearing to be favoring the bottom. But especially on the start, you get a nice little run off the top. You got yourself a lead. That may be what Elaine Bergeron or Jared Zimbardi's looking for as they clean off the top end. Really anywhere to navigate around this racetrack.
2 wins already this season of Schweikens Speedway for Len Payne, and he's done it on the opposite group at the very high top, the Len Payne line that we like to call it. I wouldn't be surprised to see him very quickly move from that inside line to the outside. He's been the hottest driver so far this season. Won on opening night, won last week.
It would be interesting, though, to see Hoddick or Bergeron or Patrick go to victory lane. Guys, maybe you don't see it on Schweikens victory lane. In Hoddick's case, you never have. Winged mean coming to Dale Schudemann's green out of turn number 4. Patriot Sprint Tour ready to go full bore as they wait for that first chalk line. No firing until they get in the box. They're there, and we're green.
The A-main is underway as they rumble, bumble, stumble down into corner number 1 with Elaine Bergeron grabbing the lead, but the juice shoots to the outside.
But not enough. Bergeron hangs on to the race lead. Throwing it in hard, though, up on the top. Zimbardi looking to lead lap number 1. He won't do it, but Bergeron has company for the race lead.
Bergeron on the bottom, and here comes Zimbardi on the outside line. He gets some momentum, but it seems to dissipate as he comes off the second corner.
Bergeron stuck right on the rail, a place he likes to venture early in an event. Zimbardi in the lead here on lap number 2.
Put the juice to the top of the board, but Bergeron sticks strong on the bottom side. Hoddick right now in 3rd, and last year's winner, Jason Barney, in 4th.
Well, no surprise to see some of these names Haddock's got a pretty good car up on the top, but I thought he would move down to the inside rail. That's what Barney's banking on right now, that the track's going to come in later in the run. 3 wide for 6th.
At the front, the Juice, Jared Zimbardi is your leader. Extreme lines here. Juice on the top, Bergeron on the bottom, and Haddock closing the gap on second.
Yeah, no question about it. Haddock may put himself back into that runner-up spot very quickly. If not now, maybe in the lap traffic. I like this little 3-wide battle off of turn number 2, though. Fitz Brown runs in spot number 6. Styres up on the top. Steele right behind him. Then Adam Zach in a 3-wide scramble behind that.
The leader will be catching lap traffic here in about a lap and a half, possibly, as Corey Turner, the first car in line. Haddock into second, running that top side groove. He'll work by Alain Bergeron and put Bergeron back to third. It's Barney in fourth and Kyle Patrick fifth.
You know, Greg, when you get a field like this, the lap cars are basically a product of missing the setup. I see some drivers that are stuck to the bottom, and that's not necessarily the place to be. Haddock into second and going after the race leader.
Yeah, Haddock is gaining a ton of ground each and every lap, and he is there now as the leaders work through lap traffic to dispose of Corey Turner. Next up is Justin Martin and Keith Dempster.
And Haddock might have this lead out of turn number 4. Zimbardi gets slowed down. Well, he won't have it off of 4, but he's going to try something into turn number 1.
Here they are, nose to tail. Zimbardi running that high groove. Justin Martin is right where he wants to be, so this may slow the leader up. Here comes Haddock. He's right there in the tail tank.
Looks down to the inside, and Dempster very slow on the bottom, but Zimbardi will split him, but he can't clear Martin. Here comes Todd Haddock for the lead.
Great run off of corner number 2. He'll slip by Keith Dempster. Zimbardi goes down low. Todd Haddock will line up.
Wow, he rode that thing right through the middle and just killed his momentum. I don't think Haddock's going to want to go back through there next time.
He'll have to try a new way around Justin Martin, this time off of corner 2. Zimbardi is your leader. Martin, the lap car right in front of Zimbardi and Haddock.
Maybe hard to watch right now, but the third place battle is a 4-car scramble as Bergeron's on the bottom and has company. Zimbardi gets slowed up. Haddock to the inside. Tries the slide job, has the lead for the moment, and Zimbardi knows who his dance partner is.
Yeah, Haddock to the inside. Whoa, close call down in corner number 3. Zimbardi shoots back 5. It's Haddock and Zimbardi side by side the line. The Juice leads that lap, and look who's in third.
Well, you look at Zimbardi, he's won over 20 races in his career. Haddock, none in the sprint car career, and you wonder if that experience is going to start playing in now, knowing how to play defense. Haddock goes down the bottom rail, though. Zimbardi's way up top, but there is no bite off the bottom of turn number 4 right now.
The man catching the top 2 right now is last year's winner, Jason Barney. He's running down the inside in 1 and 2. He's been running high side up in 3 and 4. He's caught the top 2, and so have Kyle Patrick and Glenn Styres.
Well, that's really the key to victory, isn't it? As Chris Steele looks like he's going to go off. If you're running the top of turn or the bottom of 3 and 4, you're dead. The bottom of 2, though, yeah, you can find some bite, and Haddock might have to learn that, or next time he's going to be back to 3rd.
The winner at Humberstone on Sunday, Chris Steele, pulls the 80 car off onto pit road, so he is done for the night.
Boy, Styres tried a wicked slide drive on the lap car of Martin. It did not work as he is side by side with Bergeron for spot number 5.
The leader in corner 3, up in that high groove. Jared Zimbardi, Todd Haddock running second. Jason Barney in 3rd. Kyle Patrick trying to make a charge at 3rd.
Right up on the rim goes Todd Haddock, and Barney missed his mark a little bit off of 2 there, and you can see Haddock starting to pull away. Patrick reeling in Barney for 3rd, tries a very late entrance of a slide job, and actually shows the nose for that position.
That time by 0.2 of a second gained by Todd Haddock in that 2nd spot, so he's not going away. It's a little loose there off of corner 2.
Yeah, but amazingly, time is running out as Haddock has almost got that car pointed straight through the middle of the corner, keeping all the speed built up that he can. And there's Jamie Turner right in front of Zimbardi, right in his line.
So your leaders work down the backstretch. Jamie Turner, as you mentioned, the next car laps down in front of the leader, Jared Zimbardi. As they come off of corner number 4, Zimbardi runs out of room, dives down to the inside.
And if he can't clear him through here, this could be a real problem for the Juice. Haddock with a full head of steam. And lap cars, oh, we got a yellow. Caution's out. That'll be interesting.
I thought we were going to do it 3 weeks in a row. Our last 2 went green.
So again, this restart going to be very critical, and you'll see some drivers potentially throw it in there a little bit harder, and especially 3-4. We've seen drivers get loose. Will that continue to happen here? 6 to go.
And they get back on it. Todd Hoddick looking for his first career sprint car win. He's right there. It's within grasp, but here comes Jason Barney down to the inside.
A slick move by Jason Barney, and you have the winner of this event in the last 2 years in the top two. Styres is going to look for third, and he nearly lost it off the corner. How about Paige Poliak up to the task, making it a mess, and she goes up and lifts up the left front. What a battle for fourth.
Jared Zimbardi is your leader coming by. This time by only 4 laps to go for the juice. Jason Barney sits in second. Todd Hoddick holding down third. Fourth, Len Payne, and a mess for fifth.
It really is. And Poliak messed up last time. This time a little bit smoother. But again, that bottom off of turn number 2, and Styres almost take the back stretch wall. You've got to wonder if one more yellow would be all Barney needs to win this race. And then it might be there in turn number 2. Poliak has to pull up. Either way, we got to go yellow.
Well, this makes it interesting, doesn't it? Can Jason Barney get an identical restart to the one he just had?
And what a tough break for Paige Poliak. Really can wheel a sprint car.
These guys spent some time up on that high clay trying to cool the right rear down. We'll see if that helps at all. Jason Barney looking for the restart that he had last time.
And the winners of this event the last 2 years command the top 2 spots. As we come back to green, and that was not what Hoddick was looking for. He got really bottled up. And Barney puts it down to the bottom. And Styres will take third away, at least for the moment.
So your top 2 break away. Jason Barney following Jared Zimbardi's tire tracks in 3 and 4, but you'll see him dive down in 1 and 2.
Hoddick able to get back onto the podium for the moment, and a mad scramble going on for about 6th. And again, that's for 6th. Zimbardi holds on to the race lead. Grim riding around the outside of the racetrack. Styres has gone up there as well. White flag is out. Final trip around. The juice is loose in 1 and 2.
He will bring it off of corner 2, work it down the backstretch.
Oh,
Steve Collins goes around in corner 1, and he'll land abruptly in corner 1 and broke the rear end on the 67.
An odd flip that could have been a whole lot worse.
He's moving around in the car, so that's good news. Good news.
So the red flag shows with 1 to go, and a tough break at Collins. Well, you get, I've never been in. So the red flag shows with 1 to go, and a tough break at Collins. Well, you get. I've never been in a sprint car, but get yourself back. We want to keep that wheel as straight as possible. I think you did just hit that berm on the top of the racetrack and kind of shifted sideways. Jim Altman and others go around in turn number 3. And Zimbardi has got to be going, what more do I need to do? Well, I would look at the other side of that, Greg. Glenn Styres is going to be feeling pretty good about one more chance to make something happen as he's been way up on top of the speedway. Clint?
I got the doc down as he takes his helmet off, says he thinks he got in the back of Mitch a little bit. They have pulled this wheel apart, but Doc Collins is all right down here. Doc, you're all right? Any possible contact down there with Mitch Brown?
Yeah, I was racing real hard there, trying to get one more spot or 2. You know, I got the wing move back, and the car was coming on real good. I was too loose at the beginning, but it was coming on good there at the end. Everybody was everywhere. There's no room to make a clean pass.
All right, there you have it. Doc Collins all right down here, and he will take it back to the pits. The left rear came apart and popped his tire up.
Here are the leaders, and we're going to watch this one from the infield. Smart move by the rookie here.
Had a nice top 5 on Sunday down at Humberstone.
What was Glenn doing there in turn 1 and 2, getting it fired up for the restart? Testing out the lane above the berm. Final trip, green, white together.
One more trip around the Juice, and Jason Barney lead them into 1 and 2. Nice move by Barney, but Juice has the momentum.
And I thought he would clench the backstretch wall. into 3 and 4. Styres throws it in big time off of turn number 4. The Juice gets the win. Barney hangs on to second. Wow.
That was the most exciting third place finish I've ever seen by Len Styres as the Juice wins it. Barney second, Styres third.
Ah, what a nice finish.